It's been the worst time of my life, Joe. If somebody accused me of raping them or hurting them, I have a 22-year-old daughter. I would never hurt anyone.
Breaking news has sent shockwaves through Hollywood. The final verdict involving Clifton Powell is in, and it changes everything. From a brutal childhood in Southeast Washington, D.C., to unforgettable roles in Friday, Menace to Society, and the Oscar-winning film Ray, Powell built a career most actors only dream of. His face was everywhere, his talent undeniable. But behind the success, there were scandals, explosive accusations, gambling, divorce, discrimination, and now a sentence, one that may not have come from a courtroom, but could be even more devastating. Was this the end of Clifton Powell's career, or the beginning of a darker truth Hollywood never wanted exposed? Stay with us, because the truth is far more complicated than the headlines ever told you. Hollywood is reeling. According to reports, Clifton Powell's long-running legal saga has reached its final conclusion. And while no criminal conviction was ever handed down, the announcement has left fans and insiders asking the same question. Has Hollywood quietly erased one of its most reliable actors? You may not always remember his name, but you never forget his face. For more than 30 years, Powell was everywhere, a master of transformation, a character actor with unmatched range. He could terrify you in one role and make you laugh minutes later in another. His breakout came in 1993 with Menace to Society, a raw, unforgiving look at street life that showcased Powell's intensity and authenticity. Soon after, he became a fan favorite in the Friday franchise, stealing scenes with razor-sharp comedic timing. Then came Ray. In 2004, Powell delivered one of his most powerful performances as Jeff Brown, Ray Charles's road manager, earning an NAACP Image Award nomination alongside Jamie Foxx's historic Oscar-winning portrayal. By then, Powell had appeared in Dead Presidents, Rush Hour, Why Do Fools Fall in Love, Next Friday, and dozens more. Over 100 film and television credits followed. Hollywood called him, when they needed someone, unforgettable. So, how did a man who survived the streets, beat the odds, and built a legendary career end up at the center of a scandal that nearly erased everything? In the summer of 2011, everything changed. A woman using the name Keontae Myers accused Powell of sexual misconduct following an encounter in a New Orleans hotel. The allegations spread instantly. TMZ headlines exploded across the internet. The damage was immediate. Powell denied the accusations from the very beginning, firmly and consistently, and law enforcement ultimately dismissed the criminal investigation due to lack of evidence. But in Hollywood, dismissal doesn't mean redemption. Myers filed a civil lawsuit seeking more than $75,000, keeping Powell trapped in legal limbo for years. And while civil court doesn't require proof beyond a reasonable doubt, the court of public opinion requires nothing at all. Roles disappeared, contracts vanished, TV appearances were cut short, sometimes after just 2 episodes. Powell later revealed that one show quietly reduced his role from nearly 8 episodes to 2. No explanation given. The message was clear. The accusation alone was enough.
I heard that a wardrobe girl tried to lie on you. What's the backstory behind that?
Are you reading this from somewhere? Or you heard about it?
No, I do my deep research. When I do an interview, I do deep research.
Yeah, you can't lie on me. I'm trying to figure out, because nobody's ever asked me that, because I'm saying you must be doing your research. Yeah. Well, you know what happens is it's always somebody that's going to try to lie on you. First of all, I've never been arrested. I got a daughter. I don't groom women. I don't cross no lines unless it's consensual. I don't hurt people. I don't mix my personal business on sets. So when she said that, the other black girl said, don't lie on him like that. I don't know if it was a black girl or another white girl, but she said he ain't do none of that. Don't lie on him. So you can't do that to me. I'm not invincible, but I try to stay on the right side of right. And I haven't been perfect about anything in my life. But I know one thing: I don't hurt. I've tried my best not to hurt women. I don't coerce. I don't force. I stay on the right side of right.
For 4 long years, Powell lived under a cloud. In 2017, the civil case was dismissed for insufficient evidence. In 2018, his counterclaims were also dismissed. Legally, the case was over, but Hollywood had already moved on. Powell was never found guilty of a crime, but the sentence he carried was reputation loss. In an industry built on image, accusations became punishment. He later described the ordeal as the most painful experience of his life since losing his father. Worse still, he feared how the headlines might affect his children. While the courts cleared him, the damage remained. Powell has never shied away from another uncomfortable truth: colorism. He openly shared that he lost roles because executives said he was too dark. In one case, he was told his skin tone might scare viewers. Let that sink in. Hollywood praised him for playing intimidating characters, yet blocked him from roles requiring warmth, romance, or vulnerability. The contradiction boxed him into stereotypes and limited opportunities no amount of talent could overcome. Even within the Black entertainment community, Powell criticized public infighting, once calling out director Spike Lee for publicly tearing down another Black actor. His message was simple: tearing each other down only strengthens the system already working against us. Powell's struggles didn't begin in Hollywood. Raised in Southeast D.C., he lost his mother at just 4 years old. His father battled alcoholism. Survival came before dreams. Success didn't erase those scars. His marriage ended in divorce, costing him an estimated $5 million. Gambling drained tens of thousands more every year. Fame brought temptation and fake friends. Most painfully, Powell admitted he wasn't there for his children the way he should have been. Quote, "I provided financially," he said, "but I was gone too much." Behind the spotlight was a man unraveling, making him even more vulnerable when the allegations surfaced. So what is Clifton Powell's real sentence? Not prison, not a criminal record, but something far more permanent. Lost trust, lost momentum, lost years he can never get back. His story forces us to ask a hard question. In Hollywood, is the accusation itself the punishment? Because while the courts cleared Clifton Powell, the industry never truly did.